In the Mix is presented by Beach and Shrimp. Visit us today at the Micronesia Mall in the Theater Wing and in Tumon across PIC.
Welcome back to our Ladies' Night edition of In the Mix. We are staying in Agania and heading to GShots Firearms Training, where they offer an all-women's pistol class. Get back! When it comes to firearms training, she knows her stuff.
I am currently the only NRA instructor / counselor for Guam.
Meet Gina Garrido, the owner of GShots Firearms Training in Hagåtña.
I've been doing or teaching firearms for close to 16 years with the military. And with the National Rifle Association, it's now hit my 5th year. With the Air Force, I teach small arms, so from pistols, rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers. I've actually done familiarization training on M2, which is the 50 caliber type of ammunition. And I just train people for deployment, for their qualification throughout the year, to keep them qualified so they can get armed up should we have to use the firearm.
At GShots, they offer NRA concealed carry and basic pistol courses and an all-women's pistol class.
I once had a commander who saw some kind of potential in me, and he asked if I wanted to open up a women's self-defense class. And I kind of had to ponder on that a little bit because I knew how physical that was going to be. And I said, why don't I just use whatever talent I have now, and that is firearms training. At that time, also, home invasion started to begin. We actually had a big home invasion attack happen in Nimichil with a Tatatao case. And that drew the line for me. I said, you know what, I need to go out there and start making women a little bit more proactive, and maybe take that step in learning a little bit about firearms, and should they have to use it, they have a tool. Now I actually recommend, hey, get involved in martial arts or take some other type of training, maybe baton, or I give them a little bit of other techniques like carrying some tools on them like a flashlight, a knife, because at least they're not going to be empty-handed. They have something that they can use to stop the threat and then run away.
Every month, Gina makes it a point to offer an all-women's pistol class, and she says it's grown.
It definitely did. A lot of women have fear, especially with the home invasions, especially with the 2 home invasions that occurred earlier this year in Ordet and Chalampago. I actually applaud those 2 women for being a little bit more compliant and not getting themselves into making that situation any more dangerous by fighting back, because it could have turned into something a little bit more tragic. They want to at least have that assurance that they have a tool that they can use should they have to use it. A lot of women are also spouses of deployed members who their husbands feel that they need this training while they're away. At least their husband knows that their wife can be able to protect herself while they're away. So 2 of the big dynamics is really they either want the knowledge or they want to protect themselves.
Although more and more women may be registering for a class, for all those who own a firearm, actually using it is serious business, something that should be used as a last resort.
Some will say, shoot now, ask questions later. I'm like, no. You want to get away from the threat as much as possible. You want to remove yourself from that situation. If you see something happening or occurring, that could be involved at maybe a criminal activity, or maybe the assailant or perpetrator has some type of weapon and you don't. You need to get away from that, run away, retreat.
Say you're at home, you're alone, and someone breaks into your house while you're there, and you do have a license for a gun. What do you do?
Well, the current CASA doctrine right now, you can justify and use CASA doctrine as your ways of using deadly force. If you had an intruder coming in forcefully, in your business or in your car or in your let's say you're living in a boat. It's still your domain, it's still your dwelling, still your castle. You don't have a duty to retreat. That means you don't need to go run away, run outside of the house to go run for safety. You can protect yourself in that home, provided there's that imminent danger, death or bodily injury is about to occur. Your life it's life or death situation. Most people would like to you hear a knock and they open the door. How about changing that around and you can talk to whoever's outside, but you don't need to open the door. If they seem if you're suspicious of the activity or why they're there, why they're present at your doorstep, call 911. If you can see what they're wearing just by peeking out the door, take a description of the individual, of the car, but you don't need to entertain it. So now if there's forced entry, you already have 911 on the line and you can give them that warning. I have a gun. If you come in my home, there's no harm in you retreating into your bedroom, lock the door, put proper furniture or something underneath the doorknob, and you can be on the phone with 911 telling them that he has actually followed me into my room. I'm giving him the warning. If he doesn't and he's still trying to pursue me, I am going to shoot. That shows there's 3 elements that this individual has. He has a capability, opportunity, and the intent to cause harm to me.
Courses here begin with instructional time in the classroom, followed by training at a shooting range. For more information about the all-women's pistol class or all the courses offered here, make sure to check them out at GShots Firearms Training on Facebook, and make sure to tell them In the Mix sent you.
Keep it here. Tulip is up next.